Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inside Artesian Football here on WREP 15 Sports. I'm your host, Eric Meyer, joined as always by Artesian head football coach Fred Kutruff. The Artesians pick up a big victory to wrap up the regular season on Friday night in shutout fashion over the Plainfield Quakers at Ciderwitz Field. We'll come back with the coach, take a look at the highlights from that contest. We'll talk a little bit about the East-West football game that wrapped up on Tuesday night, and then we'll look ahead to the Artesians sectional opener coming up on Friday at Center Grove. Up first, though, we'll take a break. We'll come back and take a look at the highlights of the victory over Plainfield when we return inside Artesian Football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%, that's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Shop at Keller's Office Supply at 159 North Main Street in Martinsville for all your school and office supply needs. When you come to Keller's, you'll find superstore prices with hometown service. Keller's Office Supply offers same-day delivery for all your office and janitorial needs. And if they don't have your supplies in stock, why drive when you can call Keller's? They have over 35,000 unique and hard-to-find items that are available to deliver them to your door the very next day. Looking for new office furniture? John Lake and Keller's can design custom-made furniture to fit your space.
Come to Keller's. We'll treat you like family.
Back inside Artesian Football with the head coach Fred Kutruff. And Coach, Friday night you guys wrapped up your regular season on senior night against the Plainfield Quakers and take away a couple of the turnovers and quite possibly the best performance of the year, the way you want to be playing heading into sectional play.
Well, I said before, this is a very unselfish team, and we probably could have passed for 500 yards if we wanted to, but they were giving us our trap play. And, we kept taking it, but, the kids, our wing backs, quarterbacks, we've talked before, they were fine doing with what wins. And I was really proud of our defense. I thought their offense, I know it was 42-0, but that's not a bad football team. They're big, they're physical, and, we took some things away from them. Their quarterback was pretty good, their running back was pretty good, thought their line was pretty good, but we just, I thought we played well, and I was happy for the defense, happy for Brad Rose. I know he's been wanting that shutout for a while. He keeps talking about the Whiteland a few years ago, but I never gave that one to him because it was rainy. But that was a great performance by our defense. The defense had been playing without their tackling leader the past couple of games. Brian Hill had to learn a little bit how to play without him, and then he came back and kind of a ball of fire there on Friday night as well. Brian had a really good game. It took him about 7-8 minutes to get rolling. And he's just so darn fast, and he's a good football player, and then I think we kind of fed off that. And so it was a good night for our seniors, all in all, being senior night. I was really proud of them, and those kids have done a great job. You have to talk to them. You know what those kids go through, starting in the off season and dedicating and coming in the weights and coming in the morning twice a week when it's pitch black in January. That takes a great commitment, and so I want to say thanks to the seniors. The coaches, everybody just kind of jives. It's a good atmosphere, so I'm glad they finished that way, and hopefully we can roll a little bit in this sectional. Let's take a look at the highlights from the win over the Plainfield Quakers on Friday night. It's Kane Liscombe. This is our trap play we ran quite often. Kane, he comes to play every day, but I tell you what, that offensive line did a good job making holes. Dallas Ford had a good game. Now he had a few fumble problems in there, but they did some things. They poked the ball, they ripped it, and that's something that was probably good we saw last week because I know Center Grove's going to do that. Good job containing right there. That was, I think, Brahman. That was John Neal came in there and made that play. Again, here's our jet play, or kind of our signature play. But There's a lot of things what we do off of it. Dallas is going to be a good thing. He's a junior, going to have him back. Just a tremendous little athlete. Get our hand off to Kane. Mason didn't have a lot of tosses this week, but he was fine with it. The way our guys are running, we'll take that anytime we can get it. Same play. I think this is what we call sprint play, it's rather than a trap, but just kind of run in there and playing a little physical football. Good job by Brian, but that's how I really like that defensive front. There wasn't a lot of movement there. If we can get that, we're going to win a lot of football games. Garrick John doing a good job reading, had a good game for us, reading that screen. He's done a good job all year long. This was I thought this was a great play by William O'Neill. William O'Neill, who's come back from 2 major knee surgeries, another senior, has probably the best game I've seen him play. They end up calling that incomplete, which we think he was in. Dallas Fuller, he's always has a bigger guy on him, doing a good job breaking those things up. Should have been. We thought that was pick 6, but it was a good break on the ball by Noah Davis. Did a good job. This was a heads-up play here. Again, our bomber, we call our bomber on that one, would be Brian Hill. Came in there. I'm not sure why they did it there, but they did it and gave us great field position. William O'Neill getting in there. He said again had probably the best game I've seen him play. Almost had a pick there. He was kind of all over the field. You never know that he had 2 major knee surgeries, would you? He's just flying everywhere. Good ball here by Mason. Little sophomore we put in there. We had some guys having fumble problems, so we gave another guy a shot. Trey Deaton's going to be a tremendous football player for us. Got a great set of hands. Good check down by Mason. Get it to Kane, puts a couple moves on here, and then he loves to run people over. Thought he should have got in on that one, but he was wanting to hit somebody. Nothing wrong with that. And again, power football. Kane scoring again. You got to love it. Again, that's our sprint play right there. So we scored a couple different things. We kind of kid Kane about getting caught from behind, but that kid from Plainfield, he's named Chad Middleton, great athlete, really fast. Good ball by Mason, good catch by Noah Davis. And we probably could have opened it up and done that all night, but we kind of took what they gave us and let the senior run. Good play there by one of our defensive linemen. That was Clayton Brown. Has done a nice job all year long. Trying to get out. That speed makes a difference. You keep a quarterback in, good things are going to happen. Kind of looks like the same thing we've done over and over, but that's what we did. You take what they give you, and I don't think Plainfield really made an adjustment to what we were doing. Good pressure here coming. Nobody to throw to. I call this it would be a sack, and then throws it to our guy, which is Dallas Fuller. And we're happy Dallas held on to the football on that one. But great play by Dallas, but it was really set up by we had good coverage. Kids having fun playing. It's just one of those things. They don't always go that way, but I think we had a good game plan. But our kids came to play.
Came to play, ran the ball well. Kane with 200 yards rushing once again for the 2nd straight night. Goes over 1,000 for the season.
Good from Kane. I said a lot of said about Kane, and he's always pepping us up. He's been a leader, but again, his success goes to the fact we've got 3 or 4 weapons.
Right.
It's really hard to settle on one of those, and that's what we've kind of been this whole year. It's been Kane the last couple weeks, but 2 weeks it's Mason. One week it's Noah Davis. One it's Spencer Clefane. It's John Zlotty's done some good things for us out the other side. So you throw those guys in there, and
Dallas Fuller as well.
And Dallas Fuller. I mean, he's going both ways. So it's been a fun bunch to be around.
Come away with a big victory over the Plainfield Quakers. A good way to end it, heading into sectional play that starts on Friday. Before we get to the preview of the contest against the Center Grove Trojans, we'll come back with more on Inside Artesian Football.
Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
With Home Bank. And I'm Gordy Lucas. This is a great time to buy or build a new home or to refinance your current mortgage. If you're in the market for a home loan, give us a call or stop by one of our offices and find out why, when it comes to mortgage financing, there's no place like home. Home Bank is an FDIC insured equal housing lender.
Visit one of our 3 locations, the main office in downtown Martinsville, or one of our branch locations at Grand Valley or 1067 Bridge Street, Mooresville.
$5 foot long. $5 foot long. $5 foot long.
Come into Martinsville Subway and enjoy a $5 foot long today.
Back inside Artesian football with the head coach Fred Kutruff. Coach, you guys also had some success all season long with not only the varsity team but also the freshmen and JV as they wrapped up their seasons, as their regular seasons as well.
Really proud of our freshmen. They ended up undefeated. That was the way we talked about last week. They were going for it and had a big win against a good Plainfield team. So I'm really proud of that bunch. That group has gotten better each week, and hopefully they're going to have a good off season. Hopefully they're doing other sports, but they're going to get in that weight room and do what they're supposed to. JV finished on. They got beat 31-28. Finished. They're going to finish 6-3. But, you know, they got beat on 3 trick plays, 2 hook and ladders, a halfback pass. So we weren't probably mentally where we needed to be, but we played good football, and, you know, you got to come to play. So I think it's pretty good when a team has to beat you that way. It's still a win, so I give Plainfield credit, but our guys were playing pretty solid football. You just got to be a little smarter on some of those trick plays.
Also, if you look down the programs as well, the 8th and 7th grade from East and West renewed their rivalry on Tuesday night out at Sidewoods Field, and what a great atmosphere on Tuesday.
That's probably, since I've been here, the biggest crowd I've seen. I know people have said, well, boy, it'd be nice to play it at West. You know, West was a great environment, but there's nothing like the environment that was here last night. It was, you played on the turf, kids loving it, good coaching on both sides. Rob Helms and Johnny Elliott, you know, I think 2 of the best coaches, they are the 2 best coaches in this town, and they work at it hard. And it was fun. They went at it, and it was a good ball game. Going to be, I think, a really good freshman bunch coming in again. And I look down to 7th grade. You know, you never know how kids are going to come through when they get up here. But I think we're headed really in the right direction. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How you see it, you go down to the 7th grade level as well, and usually kids make a big jump from their 7th to 8th grade year in terms of the size and maturity. But they got some pretty good skilled athletes at the 7th grade level?
7th grade, I think it's both teams have struggled, but just like our current freshmen went undefeated, we have a lot of West kids. West kids never won a football game from 7th, 8th grade, and there's a lot of good players. So when we mix together, it becomes a really good bunch. And the 7th grade, the East has all these big linemen. I think it's going to be pretty good. And West has these good little backs. Kind of reminds me of the Forlers and the Liscoms and the Clefanes. And it's going to be fun. We got a good little quarterback down there. I think I think he'll work at it and be pretty good.
And then the 8th grade as well. You can see those 2 teams come together. Johnny's done a fantastic job with that bunch, as has Rob with the 8th grade.
Yeah, I think, and it's a good thing Johnny's our freshman coach, so those guys all know him. So you know, our goal is to get 30 to 40 of those kids to come out and play, stay out, have fun, and I really like what I see. I said both they've been coached up well. And the future looks bright for Martinsville football.
After those 2 teams played as well, the 8th grade game that East came away victorious, all the kids come together on the field at the end and basically are now Martinsville Artesian football players getting ready to play.
Well, I think the East-West game, of course I'm an outsider.
Right.
I know, it's the kids. It's not as big as everybody thinks. Now, it's big at the time. Everybody wants to go see it. The kids want to, but we want to put that game behind them. I told them last night, don't let this be your highlight.
Right.
This is a great crowd, but there's a lot of good football ahead of you. Going to be a lot of hard work, And I also brought our freshman team out to show them, say, look at this bunch. You know, some of these guys didn't win a game for 2 years, and now they're undefeated. So they got to hang in there. I always tell our junior high guys, keep plugging. It's tough because when you're, really there's a school of 500-600, and you're going to play Whiteland, who is only one middle school, and it's 1,100. Be patient, because eventually we're going to come together, and we're going to be as big as they are when you get here as freshmen, and we're going to be successful.
You all had on this week at practice getting ready for the Center Grove Trojans. Go out there yesterday afternoon, setting up for that contest for us to be able to tape it, and a lot of noise coming out of the loudspeakers. At first I thought maybe it was just some bad screamo music that you let Coach Byers pick out to listen to, but got a little bit closer. Got the crowd noise going, trying to get ready for the game on Friday. I
think we've had so far, we've had a good practice. We got to put a good one in tonight, but it's what I understand. We played some loud places. Guerin Catholic was loud. Ron Colley was loud, but we have one of our assistant coaches, Brent Ayers, who played at Carmel last year. He's been to Center Grove a few times, and he said it's really loud. There's kind of a horseshoe. The students are right down there on you, and it gets really loud. So we piped in the music. I know the neighbors, probably some neighbors weren't real happy. We're not doing it all through practice, but every time we do an offensive set for a 10-minute session, we're going to run that, so we get used to that noise. It did make a difference. Kids liked it. And all of a sudden, I think we kind of said, hey, we've got a big ball game. We're getting ready to face one of the best teams I've seen. And, our kids are going to come there to play.
They'll come ready to play. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the coach and take a closer look at the contest against the Trojans when we return inside Artesian football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Shop at Keller's Office Supply at 159 North Main Street in Martinsville for all your school and office supply needs. When you come to Keller's, you'll find superstore prices with a hometown service. Keller's has a wide variety of supplies from paper clips to office furniture. They also have a large selection of printer cartridges to choose from. Keller's offers same-day delivery for all your office and janitorial needs. And if they don't have your supplies in stock, they can deliver it to you the next day. Keller's is a proud sponsor of the Martinsville community.
Come to Keller's. We'll treat you like family.
Back inside Artesian football for one final time here this evening with the head coach Fred Kutruff, coach Center Grove Trojans, the opponent coming up on Friday night. They're the sectional favorite coming in. When you read the papers and you read the press, the media is talking about Center Grove. They're favored to win that sectional. You knew you were going to have to play them at some time. You might as well play them out of the get-go, and it's a reason a lot of teams are picking them. It's a very good ball club that Coach Moore once again has over there.
They're a good team, and I don't ever lie to our kids. I tell them, when we're better, when we're not. But this is the last time Center Grove and Martinsville are probably ever going to play. We're going to 6 classes next year. I know our kids are excited. Can't wait for the environment. There might be 10,000 people there. Might be 9,000 people from Center Grove. But as a high school player, you got to love this environment, and I think our Martinsville boys will show up.
Let's talk a little bit about Center Grove. People that have followed football, and really, it was a team that we used to play when the conferences kind of moved around. Center Grove went elsewhere to play, but haven't seen them in a while. But if you follow high school football, you know that Coach Moore is a real big proponent of the wing tee. Can you talk a little bit about what we'll see out of Center Grove offensively on Friday night?
Well, they run the wing tee, and they pull a lot of linemen. They run it well. It's tough to find a football. Kind of a lot like Whiteland's fly, only I call the Whiteland fly offense. I'm going to start calling it the Whiteland fly wing tee. It's really the same concept, and you got to take care of every responsibility, because if you don't know where that ball is going to go. It's tough to find the football. And they got fast. One of the fastest teams I've seen. They're big, and they run it. And again, maybe we'll get on the same page, but they start running that stuff in junior football. They run their offense. They run everything that
second grade on.
Those kids can do it in their sleep, and that's we'll hopefully get there someday. But
we're trying.
Yeah, But so and it's going to be good. And they also can throw it. They got a 6'10" kid. I think he's going to Purdue. I'm not for sure.
Not sure where he's going. A lot of people looking at him.
But he's a big. Yeah, he's big, and I can't wait to. Hopefully they put him at wideout. I want to see him line up on Dallas Forler, 6'10" on 5'7". That's going to be pretty cool to look at. But Dallas will hold his own. So like I said, we're going there to play a football game. So nobody thinks we can win. This is a game, and that's why we play the game.
It's an offense. Got a lot of speed, like you said, with the wing tee, but not only speed on the offensive side, they've got speed on the defensive side, and a very good defense as well.
It's a great defense. Every defense has its holes, so we've got to be on. We've got to play. We've got to execute. I imagine they're going to be coming after Mason, and they'll do it without stunning because I think they feel their guys are that good. And try to make him make a mistake, but we've got a game plan, and it comes down to like last Friday, we can have a game plan, but bottom line is our kids executed and did they are the game plan. So we've got to have another great game and play hard and see what happens.
Got to execute well coming up on Friday night. Talked about the environment. You're preparing for that environment coming up this week. What's it going to take for you guys? What are you going to have to do to be able to come away with a sectional victory?
We've got to get a fast start, whether it's offense or defense. We don't know if we'll get the ball first. Well, we've got to make some stops and slow them down. And we've got to cut out turnovers. We went through a 3-game stretch where we didn't have any turnovers, and we were really clicking offensively. Well, the last couple games we've clicked the second half. Well, you can talk about Mooresville and the weather. But Plainfield, it was completely dry, great conditions, and we have 3 turnovers in the first half. We don't have any in the second half. We cannot turn the ball over, and we've got to, think we can get in the end zone anytime we touch the ball. That's our goal.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck coming up on Friday. We'll see you over there.
Thanks.
Artesian head coach Fred Kutruff here inside Artesian football. Big game, sectional play coming up on Friday. Get out there, support the Artesians. It'll be a great environment. And don't let the media fool you. It's going to be a good game coming up on Friday night. Martinsville has been able to score on anybody this season, so it's going to be an outstanding matchup coming up between the Artesians and the Center Grove Trojans on a Friday night. I'd like to thank the coach, as always, coming in for this show. For the head coach, Fred Kutruff, along with Carl Van Devender, who produced it, I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Artesian Football.